Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to yet another episode of the Thrift Store Prepper. You should know that drill by now. You've watched enough of my videos, especially you, baby Becky Pamplin, who's been binge watching the TSP lately. 35 episodes in one night. Good going, girl. You must have some either a very boring, dull life outside of the thrift store, or I am that entertaining. But thank you so much for your binge watching. So what have we got today? It's a weekly haul. I'll say today in this particular episode, we've got a weekly haul. Now, did slip off the ball a little last week and didn't pick anything up. Not sure why. Actually, I do know why. I was feeling a little bit under the weather and not too good, and got a migraine, and I was trying to rest that off in order to go live last Tuesday. So that's partly why. And then meeting up with the crying hippie for the exciting Blore Witch project, where we went walking around Hyde Park after night. Great stuff. And if you haven't already watched that video or saga, then really you should. Some very entertaining, interesting stuff, as well as nature, and nature is good. So it was a bit of a random haul over the two stores I usually go to. You should know this if you do follow the Thrift Store Prepper, but if you're maybe a new subscriber, which is unlikely, because at the minute unsubscribing from the channel seems to be the trend, although that's down to the artificial intelligence who's probably listening to us as we speak. So how are you doing, artificial algorithm, and how's your little program going today? I hope it's well and rosy and dandy, and thank you so much for taking my subscribers away. Love you so much for doing it. But anyway, Dollarama, No Frills, those are the two places I headed to today, and no exception to the norm there. But something I did pick up a little bit cool earlier was this, and it was a little travel waste pouch, and it was $4, but it's very similar. Let me just grab it. It's just out of a sight, hanging on a latch. It's very similar, almost identical to this one. It is actually a little bit khaki. This one's a little bit more grey, but very similar. So yeah, that was something I picked up that I can use, and it come with its little carbiner clip. You can put it onto a belt, and got a little pouch thing at the front with some foam in. That might be handy to keep. Just get rid of that. And I think it has some more foam inside, but for $4, this is a pretty neat little bag. Certainly be able to keep your phone in there, maybe a wallet if you needed to, and some information stuff in there perhaps. But yeah, I do like my bags, and as it kind of matches the other one pretty much, I thought I could possibly utilize it somehow, and perhaps maybe even hang it onto the, you can either attach it with a carbiner or maybe thread it through on there to give it an extra little compartment. So that was one thing I bought that wasn't edible. Did I buy any other non-edible things? I'm not sure. I can't remember now. Old age. So we've got some goldfish crackers, and these are some special limited edition Toy Story 4 ones that have Buzz and Woody, as well as black goldfish and yellow goldfish. So there are all the characters on the back. Help your kids find. So maybe they're all different characters. We'll find out at one point, but they're essentially goldfish, and I do use goldfish as a snack and in ramen recipes. Another thing I picked up, I think these come from I can't remember what come from what, so we'll just look at the things that I bought. Some mini croissants, 7 days, and I think, I'm not sure how many's in there, but yeah, little croissants with mille feuilles filling. I don't know if I'm selling that right. I don't think I've even ever heard of that. Mille feuilles, milli vanilla flavour. Anyway, there we go. So I'm guessing that's kind of some vanilla cream type of stuff. And okay, this may or may not be for pantry purposes. I mean, it will go in a pantry, but it's possibly more for Wheel of Thrift prizes. And we've got a whole bunch of cock soup. Spicy, 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 all spicy cock soups. 5 packets of those, $1 a piece. Actually 97 cents. So I did buy some toiletries, which I'm not going to show you, from the Dollarama. Did need to pick up some grooming implements, which were just body wash, mouthwash, and razors. What else did I got? Big Daddy cookies. These were from the Dollarama, and I got 2 of those. And possibly something I might be using in the future for homemade MREs. And these are oatmeal cookies. But I had a little look on the back, and what you get in one of these, for 1 biscuit you get 20% iron, 4% calcium, 7 grams of protein, so it's kind of like a protein bar, for $1. Certainly cheaper than the regular Cliff protein bars. You know, they're pretty expensive. 25 grams of your sugar, which give you some energy. 16% of your fiber, 22% of your carbs. It does have 16% sodium, 10% cholesterol, and 400 calories. So yeah, there's some pretty kind of sensey items, and certainly will be good in MREs. So we got a couple of those. They were $1 each, and it's kind of a little bit of junk food. There's not much sensey stuff going on in here at all, but I'll try and find what I did consider a little bit sensible, if I can find the other can. I'm just going to chuck everything out, and maybe I'll find it. Yes, there it is. That was the best thing to do. So I did get a couple of cans, and these were on offer for just under $4, and they're quite heavy. They're 425 grams, 15 ounces, corned beef hash. So meat and potatoes in a can. What more can you ask for? Let's have a little look at the nutritional facts on there. Where are my reading glasses? Let me get my good old Dollarama reading glasses to read these for you. That's better. It's like having brand new eyes. So we get 20% iron, protein, and this is for 200 for half a can. So we have to double this. So 40% of your iron for the can. 52 megagrams of your protein. That's pretty impressive. It will give you 190 grams of sugars. It will give you 12% of your fiber requirements, 12% of your carbs, 110% of sodium. That's a bit high, but it is canned products. 190 megagrams of cholesterol, 110% of your fat, saturated fat, 39% regular fat, and 820 calories for that. Good God, the reading glasses made me sick. So 820 calories per can. So that's pretty smart. So what does it say? Beef, potatoes, salt, onion, sugar, garlic powder. So yeah, some good old corned beef hash. That'll be pretty filling. So I only picked up 2 cans of those. From the dollar store I got some more of these, and these are actually delicious. I ate nearly the whole box of these in the week. Very, very good for $1.25. Very delicious cracker. Could almost go into my top 3 of favorite crackers, Ritz being the top. But yeah, they're very, very good. Kind of a little bit like Triscuit, I guess. What else did I pick up? Something I haven't had for a while, pork rinds, and these may or may not be for snacking or ramen recipe purposes, but a couple of packs of pork rinds, and these shrimp crackers, and partly because they've got a fantastic Ziploc bags going on, that I kind of bought more for the bag as much for the bag as much as the shrimp crackers. And these again are going to be something we toss in a recipe possibly in the future. And I got a 20 pack of Lay's chips because they were on offer, and there's 6 packets of regular, 6 packets of barbecue, 4 packets of ketchup, and 4 packets salt and vinegar, because again they are potatoes and do contain all the goodness that potatoes do contain, and are a little bit fatty, and they're probably things that, you know, maybe I'm just going to snack on in the evenings after work, maybe bring home a sandwich or something. But again, if anything were to happen, the apocalypse arrived overnight and we found ourselves having to bug in, then, you know, I can add my 20 bags of Lay's chips to my emergency pantry. So it wasn't really the most exciting of hauls, and with the exception of maybe the corned beef, none of these are pretty sensy, although I must agree, admit, at $1.25 for these little crackers, these are a fantastic item, and again, they're individually packaged. And again, you know, you don't really get, you get 2% fiber, 2 grams of protein, some carbs, and calories, and you know, certainly adding these into maybe a homemade MRE will certainly add a few calories and fill you up a little bit, and you can also, you know, kind of use them in all sorts of ramen type recipes. So as I said, nothing really exciting. It was a bit of a crappy kind of junk foody type of haul this week, as opposed to some of the more sensy themed top-ups in pantry hauls I did. But again, you know, sometimes carrying cans, and certainly in the hot and humid days, it's not so pleasurable carrying heavy bags on foot. And I did pick up these as opposed to more meat sticks, which I have bought because they also were on offer for $4, and really should have taken advantage of that, and may even consider going back and grabbing another bunch of those, because they were $6 when I picked them up to put them in my pantry. But at $4, that is a pretty decent price to pay for one of those meat sticks that we haven't seen for a while on the thrift store prepper hauls. But we do got a new comedy item in the form of cock soup. So meat sticks were so May 2019, or maybe it was June 2019. So as we go into August 2019, cock soup is going to be the trending humorous product of choice on the Thrift Store Prepper channel. So people, not much more I can say about this haul, other than there's some chips, crackers, couple of cans, some goldfish, some croissant things, some cookies. Again, I think these are pretty sensible for emergency items and stuff to be carrying maybe in your EDC, or putting in homemade MREs, or maybe, you know, throwing a couple in your car glove compartment or something like that, in case you do get stuck in traffic on your way home from work. That'll be a little bit of a hunger buster for you. And at $1, they're certainly cheaper than the Cliff bars and some of the brand name protein bars that you do see on the market today. So thank you as always for your continued viewership, for your comments that may or may not come, for your thumbs up, for your subscriptions if you are a subscriber, and if you're one of those unfortunate enough to be unsubbed from the channel by the artificial intelligence, I do apologize, but these things are out of the control of myself and maybe the user, and down to the powers to be that are passively censoring channels such as mine and others that you may or may not be a subscriber of or familiar with. So passive censorship is something that is very much a feature and a thing that many smaller YouTubers and maybe prepper or truth channels are dealing with. So that being said, Thrift fam, I will round this up, because I was trying to get up to the 15-minute mark in true Alan Partridge style by rambling on about all sorts of nonsense, and just realized that I've even got 50 minutes, 50 seconds to kill. The eyesight is getting bad. I thought we were almost there, so to hell with trying to get to 15 minutes. This has been a ship video production for the Thrift Store Prepper, dollar store hauling and keeping it thrifty. Keep your top-ups coming each and every week, and thanks for watching, Thrift fam. We'll see you in the next video.